Galloping horses toward a ball is a rare scene that takes place only in one sport field, polo. This is one prestigious polo club in Tehran where Iran's national polo tournaments are underway. Polo is played on horseback between two teams with 4 players on each side. The objective is to score goals against the opposing team by driving a white ball into the goal using a long-handled mallet. The game, as polo players describe it, is all about thrill and energy.
Polo is an amazing sport. You lose all your fat and get in shape.
Polo needs good teamwork and agility. It is a combination of soccer and horse racing.
One major reason for holding these competitions is to revive the ancient sport, which dates back to roughly 3 millennia. Many countries claim to be the cradle of polo, but among them, Iran has a documented proof. These drawings date back to nearly 2,500 years ago during the time of Darius the Great. The picture shows a horseman holding a long mallet in his hand. Isfahan's Nakhsh-e-Jahan Square is the oldest polo field where Iran's Safavid rulers watched polo games and horse racing. Historical records suggest that Iran was the birthplace of polo. But as professionals point out, this is not enough to revive the ancient sport in the country. They say now, after more than a decade and a half since polo made its comeback to Iran, the efforts made to introduce the sport to the young generation have been far from enough, and polo is still played by a few. Polo was officially reintroduced in Iran in 1990 by establishing the Federation of Polo. Since then, only 6 polo clubs have been built in Iran. The Polo Federation authorities say the number of players since then has not changed much.
Polo in Iran is still not paid enough attention to. Despite the great deal of efforts we make in the Polo Federation, we have less than 120 polo players.
However, the low number of polo players in Iran does not mean the game is not popular in the country. Many Iranian youth love the sport, but high cost is what keeps them away. A polo horse costs as much as $40,000, and that's not all. The horse should be trained for 3 years to qualify for a match. The Polo Federation has taken some initiatives to reduce the expenses. It provides free-of-charge training for enthusiasts.
We in the Polo Federation hire best polo trainers from foreign countries, and we ourselves pay them. We receive very little financial help from the government.
In the past, polo was known to be the sport of the royal families and the elites. Iran's polo authorities say the sport is still played by a few. They say it needs to be sponsored to live on and turn into a sport played by all. Youssef Jalali, Press TV, Tehran.